Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Meme and Die podcast. We're glad to have you back. And, of course, introductions. I am Musio, and I'm joined by my dazzling co-hosts, Cord_Gamer.
Yes.
And my sparkling co-host, Noc.V.
Sparkling, love it.
I couldn't think of a better word. I tried. Sparkling. I don't know. I was about to say bejeweled, and then I was like, that's weird.
Just move on, please. Holy crap. We need to work on the beginning part of these intros because I'm at a loss for words. I would have clicked off
you didn't
already.
Get sparkling.
Not really, no.
True.
I'm just
fab.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, we are a gaming news podcast, as well as a little bit of just like some ridiculousness at the first bit of the episode. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and get into that. Because we have kind of a lot of things to talk about for the personal section ish, kind of. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how it's gonna play out. I don't know, man. This is what podcasts are for. Just feel it out, whatevs. But first question is, if you had 1 full year of paid leave from work, what would you do? And this like, you don't have to go to university or anything. Like, this is like 1 full year, all your expenses for life are paid. And like, you can just do whatever. The world's your oyster. What do you do? Cord.
If I had all of my expenses paid for 1 full year, I would put my honest effort and try my hardest into like going at least pro and maybe in some sort of esport.
Ooh. Okay. That is not what I was expecting from you, but all right.
Maybe not pro, but like high enough to where like I'm cracked, and like if I wanted to, I can make a content career out of it.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that. All right, then who wants to go next? Actually, I guess it's between me and Noc.
So is it me or
you go?
All right. I think I'd probably spend maybe half of it. I'd like to spend traveling, just like seeing different parts of the world, chilling in different parts of the world. Like, you know, I've always wanted to go to like, I guess like, so I love the idea of going to Tokyo. You guys know that. Other parts of like Europe, say, and also like, I guess like, how do you say it? Like tropical kind of places, like beach kind of places, stay on the beach and shit. That'd be pretty sick. And then I guess like the other half of it, I'd probably want to spend, I don't know, like gaming, making music and building shit. Like that's what I do. And by building shit, I mean like, you know, working on tech. Like I got like projects that I'm working on that I haven't worked on in a while. Like electronics shit. I love doing that. So yeah, I guess that's it. Like traveling and just having fun. Well, at least what I consider having fun.
Okay, nice. I have a little bit of a full-fledged story, actually. So what I would do was I've heard of somebody who's done this before. So that's why I want to try this. I would go to Australia, enter into the entertainment industry as a voice actor because I have an American accent. So I could do that. It would be easy money. And then 6 months into that employment, like just doing that, whatever, being a personality, like on a radio or like on a show or like whatever. Doesn't matter. I have some sort of mental breakdown and I just like fuck my shit up. Like I fuck up my public figure, you know? And then I go to like some third world country and I help people there as like kind of like I don't know, fix my mental and kind of do some good in the world after I've been a piece of shit. And then just return back to the US and just pretend like none of it ever happened. And tell nobody.
Full redemption arc story planned out. Just as something to do if you had a year off.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep. It would not be a boring year. It would be crazy. It would be wild. So yeah, that's what I would do with my time.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Have I left you? Have I stunned you?
A little bit.
I heard Noc go.
God.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would do. I don't know. I wouldn't want it to be boring, I guess.
It sure wouldn't be.
I don't know why you don't know. You're the one that came up with this fucking question. Like, no wonder why you have a whole essay and a half planned for it. Move on to the next one.
I'm going to be completely honest. I wrote this question like probably about an hour and a half ago. And I only just came up with that answer while Noc was talking.
Oh my God.
Like full transparency. I don't know why that came to my brain, but it just did.
That sounded like something that you had an idea about and then you wrote the question around it, but I guess not.
No. I just randomly thought of that. I don't know, man.
Anyways, if anyone wants to sponsor me for a year of my life.
Right. Don't sponsor me. All right. Anyways, next question. If you could be an animal and also retain human levels of intelligence, what animal would you become? You can't stay a human. Like you can't be a normal human, or like you can't be a human and then like transform into a different human. Like you have to be an animal. Noc.
All right, so I did think about this a little bit, but now I'm starting to think that my answer is a bit of a cop-out. I was thinking a gorilla.
Okay, no, I take that.
So like,
that's good.
You'd have if you have the same intelligence as a human, you've got your hands and legs and opposable thumbs. So you've got like the dexterity, like things would be absolutely tiny in your hands, but you have the dexterity of having fingers and opposable thumbs. And you have, I would assume, now I kind of wonder whether or not you'd actually be able to have speech. Like at first I thought about being a parrot because you'd be able to still speak English.
I don't think that silverback gorillas can speak. They can learn, well.
You could sign.
Actually, you could learn sign language. I don't know if gorillas actually can learn sign language. I don't remember if that was a thing or if that was a
I feel like I've seen that before.
Well, technically,
you're thinking of Coco. There's like a whole like thing that like debunks that theory.
Well, technically, you could still write.
Yeah,
you could.
So you could still at least communicate.
Yeah,
and you'd be able to probably do, at least with some degree of difficulty, everything else that you would normally do.
Yep.
Yeah. I would say that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Cord, what about you?
I'm gonna be a rat. Just absolutely fuck with people. It's just like I'm over here eating all the motherfucking food. Oh, look at that mousetrap. I ain't falling for that shit. Purposely like set it off and just screw with them mentally. That just sounds fun, bro. And exhilarating.
This gets the first opportunity to be a cartoon villain.
I know, right? You know what? Honestly, my answer's in the same vein. I would become a raven because they can mimic human sounds. And I would use this ability to make myself into a business tycoon with my charming charisma. And then I would I would be a business bird.
Freaking Raven CEO over here.
Yeah. I'd be a business bird. I don't know. I'm coming up with some weird ass, crazy, creative stuff tonight. I don't know what's up with me.
That's how you get around paying corporate tax. You're not actually a human.
Jesus.
All men are created equal. They didn't say anything about the ravens, bro.
But could technically a raven own a business then?
Well,
ooh, I mean, what's stopping me?
That's the thing
you'd have to be a human to own a business. So like,
says who? The law doesn't say that.
Probably.
At least
probably doesn't.
At least in terms of business law.
There's mayors that are dogs.
There are what?
There's mayors that are dogs.
What mayor is a dog?
Oh yeah,
dude. There's like so many towns that elect dogs as mayors. The fuck?
What?
I'm googling it.
What the fuck?
It's happened before.
It's pretty common.
I think it's more of a ceremonial thing, though.
Yeah, definitely. But they do get the title. Kentucky Town elects dog as mayor. Mayor of California Town is a golden retriever. Dog elected mayor of Minnesota City. Dude, for his third term. My man, let's go.
It's a thing. We're screwed. Our country's over.
Just wait until we get a dog president.
Oh my god.
Not like it's any
Dude, the whole
worse.
country would gush over it. There would be no controversy. Everybody would just be like, "Oh, this is cute. I like this."
I almost said something, but we're gonna move on.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said something. I kind of wanted to interject before you did. I kind of heard it. I was like, no.
It's a beautiful joke. It's a beautiful joke.
God.
We're gonna move on from that one. Last question is your first kiss, guys. How did it go down, and at what age did it go down? And I'm not talking like, oh, you got a kiss from like a relative or something because they love you. I'm talking like romantic kiss. I have an embarrassing story about this, so I kind of want to go last.
You're gonna go last, okay?
Yeah. I think I've told Cord the story about this.
Is Cord gonna go first? Let's hear how he doesn't answer it.
Between you, it's between you and him. You can rock paper scissors or something for it.
I don't know how we do that in the middle of a podcast.
All right, rock paper scissors shoot. I shot you. You go first.
I am paper.
Okay.
I just shot you though. You're dead.
Well, I mean, people do shoot pieces of paper at a shooting range, so I think Noc loses this one.
Fuck. All right. Yep. I was 13.
Damn.
I remember I had this like crush on this girl, and I like wanted to ask her out. And it was really weird. I don't remember, like, it was at school in lunchtime. There were, I guess, like maybe 10 of my friends like around me, egging me on, and like she was going, like she was in for it. I guess like it was like something we were both definitely gonna do. Like she wanted to, but like everybody was like, I guess not like cheering me on, but like waiting for it to happen. And then it happened, and then it was like, okay, that is the worst fucking explanation about it. Like it was really fucking weird. Now that I think about it, it was like really fucking weird.
Wait.
I just can't remember.
Like peer pressured you into kissing this girl.
It wasn't necessarily peer pressure because it was something that I wanted to do, but it was like everybody knew that I wanted to like, how do I like be this girl's boyfriend? I guess be together.
Okay.
And like,
so you wanted to like secure like this is my girl.
No, but it wasn't like that. It was like I don't remember, but it was kind of like a thing where it was like it sounds so fucking awkward.
You were down for the kiss,
yeah,
and she was down for the kiss,
yeah, and it's like everybody.
But it was just kind of awkward.
Everybody was kind of like trying to get us to do it, and I wanted to do it, she wanted to do it, but we were like 13 years old, so this is like already pretty fucking awkward.
Right.
And then we did it, and it was good, and everybody was like, oh my God, they kissed. And yeah. The funny thing is like we never got together. Like she like, it's really fucking weird. Like she never wanted to be with me, I guess. I think she was kind of like, she was stringing me along. Like she knew what she was doing. She was always, not always, but like she was flirting with me. She knew that I wanted to be with her. And I guess she was using that. She had no intention of being with me, but like we were cool, I guess.
That is a whole confusing box.
It's really fucking weird because, you know, we kissed and shit. It was so weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cord?
I already told.
It's okay if you don't want to talk about it.
If you want me to go first, I can, but you're not getting out of this one because this is vulnerable. God. This is like, come on, we're shedding some layers here, man.
Hey, listen. It's literally in the podcast contract that I have to skip a question a week. So like, you didn't give me a contract. You didn't give me there isn't a fourth question. All right, this is not I'm not the bad guy here. Okay, you only prepared 3 questions. Okay, and only one of them was edgy. What else did you expect me to do, man? Come on,
dude. Off the record, that's fucked up.
It's my contract. I'm sorry.
Just make up a story. Just make up a story. Just do something.
You want me to make up a story?
Like, yeah, don't just leave us with our nuts hanging out and you're like, oh, I'm going to wear my pants.
My pants are wet. Go on in.
Okay, Claude, I actually have a question.
Oh,
I have
Sure,
a question.
go ahead. Okay.
Have you actually kissed a girl?
oh,
Yes, I have.
Okay. I'm just
Okay.
making sure it at
All
least
right, all right.
happened.
Yes, dude. Listen. Listen. It's okay. I'm just as much of a playa now as I was in kindergarten. Okay, I get all the
say
bitches. I get all the bitches.
Yeah. Okay. You pushed it a little too far there.
God. You just reminded me of my actual first kiss. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Now I don't know which one to tell. Should I just tell? I'm going to tell both. Holy fuck.
Just
Okay,
tell
see-
one. We got news to do. Knock took up 35% of our podcast to the story that doesn't even. I don't even know what the fuck happened still.
Neither do I,
Continue.
man.
Shut up. So way back in like fucking preschool, I had a crush on this one girl, and I like went up to her and I kissed her, and I like it was like, you know, like we were tiny. We were tiny. It was like, I don't know. It was
What
stupid. It was
that
like a cute little
noise?
thing, like whatever.
What was that noise?
And then I guess the weird thing about this is that it's the same girl who I kissed way back in preschool as the one that was like my first romantic kiss, I
Damn.
guess. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Weird circumstances. But I'll tell you what, sticking to my South Carolina roots, you know, good old Southern boy me. I was 17 at the time, by the way. It took me a fucking while. Mainly because I didn't have the nuts to do it. But true to my Southern roots, it was in the back of a church parking lot. And it was quick and it was nice. I don't know.
All right.
Not much there. It's just, yeah. But it's so Cord completely just like unearthed that memory for me.
See,
Jesus
you're welcome.
Christ.
In my own way, I told a kissing story. Moving on.
Fuck
Get
off.
fucked.
Oh my God.
I unlocked a core memory for you. You're welcome.
A chord
I
memory.
mean, I would have been.
I said a core memory.
I know. I was,
All right, fuck off. We're moving to the news. Shut up. Okay, we're done here. All right. So first things first, is something that Noc knows more about than me, but I have it on here as a talking point. So Pixar released this movie called Turning Red. It's like about this girl who like turns into a red panda when she's like mad or something. I haven't seen
Why
it
are we talking? Why are we talking about this movie if it's a movie that?
because it was a big fucking
there
deal.
was
for
some
reason.
controversy.
There was some controversy that Noc understands. I don't, but like I'm segueing for him or something. I don't. Dude, just tell us. All right, what the fuck happened? Because I thought it was fine.
Okay.
I thought everything was
so
okay.
you've seen it all.
I've seen the commercials for the movie,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, okay, this looks like kind of new age Pixar filmy.
Sure,
this
sure.
is what I was expecting.
I've seen a bunch of people complaining about it and subsequently people making fun of those people for complaining about it. Most of the people complaining about it are kind of, I guess, boomer-esque in nature.
Okay.
So there's a couple of things. I'll leave the more important thing for last. There's talking about generational trauma. So like, for example, like, you know, things that happen to parents that, you know, fuck them up and then they end up traumatizing their kids over that.
Oh shit.
I don't know if it's, if it's
Pixar went in.
as,
What the fuck?
I don't think it's as intense as I'm making it out to be, but just more of like a, you know, negative traits passing down from parents to kids and then
Okay.
on and
Okay.
on and talking about that.
Have you seen this movie, Noc?
I have not seen the movie.
Bro, we all talking about a movie that none of us have seen.
Look, it started some fucking waves in the social media, so
Yeah.
I want to talk about it.
So one of the other things is kids rebelling against their parents. Like the main character of this movie is 13 years old. And I think more of the people complaining about it are people who are shitty parents who can't deal with rebelling kids and think that by showing rebelling kids, you're showing that that's an option, I guess. And they don't know how to deal with the idea of a rebelling kid, which is like, I haven't had to deal with that yet, but that's like totally natural. And I fully expect it to happen when my kid's, you know, 13 years old.
Okay. So
I can see why parents are pissed about
that. No. See, like you're not gonna like show your kid movies. You're not gonna show your kid like The Godfather or like
Yeah, but it's not like that. It's meant to be
Pineapple Express
Yeah.
in the sense that like it glorifies these things that you don't want your kid to partake in. And
Sure.
rebellion, especially when it's a small little kid who I'm going to assume is praised for their action of rebelling, and it's made to seem like a good thing, like that can be confusing. And
but
like while it might be natural, it shouldn't be praised. But
it's
again,
not that it shouldn't be
in the
praised.
commercials that I saw, it wasn't necessarily praised. It more just seemed like rebelling is the cool thing to do.
Maybe, and maybe what happens is it shows good examples of parents dealing with that in this show, and it makes people's actual parents like look bad.
Mm.
The other thing, I mean, like I'm saying, these are all like not the main points. The main point is discussing the idea of a 13-year-old girl having a period.
Oh,
That there are references to a girl going through that and having to deal with things like, you know, pads and tampons and shit. I'm not sure about tampons, but it doesn't matter. People were like grossed out about it, and I'm like, that's such
just
bullshit.
a normal
It's
thing that like happens.
yeah. I mean, the issue that a lot of parents had was like, oh, now I have to explain this totally natural thing to my 6-year-old.
Ow.
Like, get fucked.
I can kind of see how that could be awkward, but at the end of the day,
but-
like they're gonna know about it eventually. Like,
Yeah.
eh.
And
I don't know.
The only other thing was the girl gets like infatuated with like a boy band, like pop group kind of thing.
BTS.
I mean, I think that's like actually like the kind of connection that they're trying to make, but for some reason that's an issue.
I was making a joke. Fuck.
No, I think it's actually like closer to truth.
Mm.
But yeah,
Damn.
that's apparently what's happening.
So basically, what I'm hearing is Pixar made a movie that was sort of edgy, and it
Thing is,
made people mad.
yeah, it's. I think people assumed that this was an all ages movie, and it's totally not.
Yeah. Yep.
It's meant for. It's definitely not meant for. It's meant for like 12 and up. It's talking about kids going through.
Yep.
Developing complex emotions. And yeah, that's something that kids, you know, below 12 years old don't necessarily do, but it's something that can definitely be relatable to people above 12 years old.
Yes. Very strange. Very strange indeed. I don't know. I can see why people are mad though.
Yeah.
I think this is just like something that Pixar does not usually do. And so people are like, bah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. A little wild.
We'll have to circle back on that because I want to watch it and maybe we can talk about whether or not it actually is a good movie.
Now I wasn't planning on it before, but like now I really do because this sounds like very interesting now.
Right.
All right. But in other news, speaking of things, I don't actually have a good transition here.
You don't have to.
Frick. Hey, Cord,
Yeah.
Ubisoft. What are they doing?
Yeah, so none of you probably remember, but back about
I do.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Back like 7-8 months ago, around like last August, Ubisoft announced this new Tom Clancy COD copycat type of game called X-Defiant. They had like a beta release for it for like a month or so and then closed it down, and they hadn't said anything about it until this week. And they announced that public signups for this game were announced, that that there's going to be another beta or a couple more rounds of beta coming soon. However, there's a couple different things that they released kind of indirectly, not really directly addressing, but one, they dropped the Tom Clancy tag name that the game was originally tied to, saying that the other factions from the game will be, or like the factions will be from other games, supposedly in the Ubisoft universe. I don't know how that's going to work. And then also the branding logo is completely different, dropping its like late 2010s edgy post-apocalyptic XD logo with like a more plain, serious, it almost kind of looked like a filler logo. I would be surprised if what the logo was actually is what it ends up being, but yeah, that game is still alive apparently. I assumed at this point it was just dead and abandoned.
Me too, honestly. I hadn't heard anything of this, but that logo redesign was literally like graffiti from like maybe late 2000s into I think what they're trying to do is be like Valorant.
No, they dropped the logo though. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. Like I'm saying they went for like a more minimalist style thing.
Right.
Like I'm talking like they're trying. They might be trying to copy Valorant. I don't know.
I wouldn't be. I don't think. I would be surprised if that's actually the logo because it looked very placeholder-y ish.
Oh no, I agree. Like I saw it. I agree. I think that is just a placeholder, but I don't know. If they do stick with it, I'm not surprised because Valorant also has like pretty minimalistic style. What's the word I'm looking for? Like not marketing. Branding.
Aesthetic. I don't know.
Yeah, branding. So it's not shocking, which is like weird. That style that like newer esportsy games has taken on is minimalistic, because whenever I imagine esports, I imagine CS:GO, where like all the players have like all this shit on their screen.
Valorant
like they have like the custom crosshairs and shit, and they got like the ammo and like blah blah blah.
Valorant's logo has its own style and everything. It's I'm looking it up now. It's nowhere near as plain as fucking whatever.
It's definitely minimalist.
Graphic design in general.
Trust the guy that studies visual communications. Yeah. That is a minimalist logo. All right. I can do that now. Fuck you. I said I was going to cut back on cursing earlier this week. Big whoop. Anyways. Let's see here. What can we move to? Oh, shoot. Speaking of games that are going to be coming out and like weird little things that have been going on with studios and stuff, Noc, tell us about Dr. D and his stuff.
We talked about this yesterday, last episode, about the announcement that was happening with Dr. Disrespect and his Midnight Society game studio. I can't help but be a little disappointed. So
really? Okay.
The reason being is that he announced an early bird founders deal kind of thing where people could purchase NFTs that represented, I guess, kind of having an ownership over the launch of the game, I guess. But it was an NFT thing, essentially.
There's also a free one. There's a free one and there's a paid for one.
Well,
At least I'm pretty sure.
The game itself. So he clarified and said that the game itself is going to be free to play. The NFTs are not. They're not anything to do with the game itself. It's not going to. I guess the NFTs don't have a big deal in terms of gameplay.
Okay. It's just like all aesthetic.
It's not even. I'm not sure if it's even aesthetic. There probably is some sort of aesthetic. What's the word? Cosmetic thing attached to the NFTs.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole deal.
But the NFTs represented having a voting right as well as attached to it with potential future upgrades and shit. And there's supposedly going to be 10,000 of them, I thought. But yeah, like he got really fucking panned for this. And it's like, I can't help but think it was like a kind of more of an investor decision and he had to kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
But it seems like he has less control over these things as it's his game studio, right? Like,
yeah, it is.
But at the same time, I feel like the investors kind of manhandled him into the get some NFTs so we can make some money kind of bullshit.
I don't think so.
I honestly think this is one of the best ways to do NFTs.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think this is that bad.
People, as soon as you mention the word NFT, people get really fucking pissed off. And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this is not so bad. Like, this is actually like a realistic way of using NFTs. It's like a textbook way of using crypto to maintain things like voting. Like, because of the fact that it's on the blockchain, it's immutable, it's unchangeable. It's if you have the NFT, you get a vote. You can pass the NFT to somebody else, another account, and that account now gets votes in future votes. Like, that is the reason, or at least one of the use cases for crypto blockchain bullshit. But people couldn't see past the NFTs. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm still hopeful that this game is still going to be a good game, regardless of the fact that it has NFTs attached to it in some way.
I'm extremely hopeful. I don't see this as a blunder at all, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
kind of same.
I think this is something that might just become normal.
Like,
honestly.
it's a way for the game studio to capitalize off of NFTs and bring in a little funding as well.
Yeah.
And it has
smart. I like this.
It has no effect as long as it has no effect apart from cosmetic on the game. No big deal. People are kind of complaining over nothing here. Mm-hmm. The one thing that they can complain about is the fact that they supposedly accidentally used a screen cap from the Cyberpunk 2077 teaser video on their main webpage.
That's funny.
Supposedly, some guy was pushing a change, like a developer change, to the production web server for this game studio, and accidentally left a placeholder that they used, which was a screen capture from Cyberpunk 2077.
That would make sense.
People made massive fun about this because a lot of NFT projects tend to steal art, so they're kind of making that kind of comparison between this game and a lot of other NFT projects. It's. I feel like we're on like a little bit of shaky ground, but it's still, it's still got potential.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine, honestly. And speaking of games adding new things or trying new things, I guess maybe. Frick. I'm messing up the transitions. I had it down like 2 weeks ago and I was great. Now I'm just awful. New things coming to video games that already exist. Okay. Snoop Dogg is coming to Call of Duty. He's coming to Vanguard and he's coming to Warzone. He's going to have his own character and he's going to do all the voice acting and all that kind of stuff. And I just like...
So...
I feel like this is related to him joining FaZe.
Quite possibly. Is this in terms of like a purchasable playable character?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
It's so weird to think of Snoop Dogg being a character in a World War II game.
You can buy Snoop Dogg.
Just fucking Snoop Dogg there smoking a blunt and storm on the beaches of Normandy.
Bro, are you telling me Snoop Dogg wasn't on the beaches of Normandy, bro? Like, are you smoking that good shit, bro?
I can't tell you whether or not that happened or not because I wasn't there. I'm just assuming he's not a time traveler.
Oh my god, it's kind of ridiculous, but I respect it and I think it's cool because I think wasn't he in Call of Duty Ghosts? He had like a voice pack or something. I feel like that was a thing.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. That was cool.
So it's not unheard of.
No,
it's definitely not unheard of.
This has got to... God. Snoop Dogg is doing some crazy shit in like the gaming sphere, like being part of FaZe now as well. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is really weird to see mainline celebrities just kind of inserting themselves like this, you know?
Happens sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I guess
too much
true.
Money.
I feel like honestly, they're kind of late to the game. Honestly,
I mean, what are some other like big name celebrities that have been personified in video games?
I'm pretty sure 50 Cent has his own.
Oh, that's right, he does. Holy shit!
Yeah.
He does.
I forgot about that. That's hilarious.
I feel like what was that one dude? Oh my god!
I mean, there's been a couple different artists who've had skins in like Fortnite.
I was gonna say there's John Wick in Fortnite.
Was it Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars. Holy shit!
I want to say
no. I'm trying to think of. There's this one like really good clarinet player. Kenny G. Kenny
He
G.
played the saxophone,
I think
didn't he?
has his own Wii game. Saxophone. Was it saxophone or clarinet? I can't remember. I feel like he has his own Wii game. I know he has his own card game.
That's hilarious.
Yes, Kenny G has a card game. I really want to play it because it's fucking ridiculous. I don't remember if he has a Wii game. I feel like he does. I cannot remember. Let me look that up, actually. Kenny G. Wii game. Am I just tripping? What the fuck? I got G-Force for the Wii.
Maybe you're just tripping.
Fucking hamster movie?
Is this some sort of fever dream you had?
Maybe.
Yeah, it must have been. Must have been. Yeah. All right. Anyways, weird thing there. Speaking of weird things happening in the gaming sphere, Cord, Overwatch 2. It's happening. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so the Overwatch 2 League starts in less than 2 months. And for those of you who are not in the Overwatch lore, this is an Overwatch 2 is the sequel to Overwatch that hasn't received any substantial updates in, I want to say, at least a year, withholding for this Overwatch 2, which hasn't released yet, and the public beta hasn't even started yet, and it starts in late April. But we're getting the Overwatch 2 League in less than 2 months as well.
Oh shit.
So pros have been playing a beta version of the game that's not complete, but they're still going to be competing in it, going for prize money. But do you know what the Overwatch 2 League doesn't have right now? Any sponsors. Over the past year, as the drama and sexual allegations have inflicted Blizzard, sponsors such as Coca-Cola, Kellogg's, State Farm, and many, many others have one by one backed off. And Blizzard has come out and said that currently they're in talks with past and people who haven't sponsored them before, but they
way to go, EA.
They do not have
Activision.
Blizzard Activision.
God damn it.
That's the other one. That's the other one.
Bro, fuck EA anyways.
Yeah. Bro, okay.
They invented and popularized fucking in-game transactions.
Yeah.
Fuck you, EA.
Okay, crazy thing. This is a complete side tangent. I didn't have this written down, but the Halo. There's a Halo Open tournament this Sunday, and I was just I just watched Snipe Down play for a little bit, just on a secondary monitor, and one guy asked him, because he's doing FaZe for Halo. He used to do Apex or TSM, but he switched over, and one guy asked him, was like, "Yo, why isn't FaZe have an Apex team?" Because Apex is definitely a lot more populated game and all of that stuff.
Right.
And he said because EA doesn't allow for creator codes or for any in-game skin esports skin purchases, which is where most game orgs get their money from. It's not from the prize money. The prize money helps, but it doesn't. That's not the end of the day that meets the bottom line for them.
That's insane.
It's all the cosmetic purchases. And because EA won't, at least for now, doesn't allow have any creator codes or any way for people to make money off of having skins inside their store, it's not worth it for FaZe right now.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Why the fuck have they not done that?
I thought that was absolutely crazy on so many levels. Dude.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Think about that. This multi-platform game is less profitable than Halo fucking Infinite, which is dying by the minute. That's crazy.
If they added that in, they would be that game's insanely popular.
Right.
They would be fine.
Exactly.
They would be doing well. Why the fuck? Oh my God. EA, bro.
That's just money on the table.
Yeah.
For both parties.
See, the thing is if the way EA, I guess, is viewing it is that they get to keep all of the cosmetic revenue. It's not split. So you don't have a kid having to determine, do I want this $10 fucking whatever the fuck, what's a fucking character in that game? I don't fucking know. Do I want the $10? Do I want the $10 Bloodhound skin or the $10 FaZe skin? I'm gonna get the FaZe skin, and now all of a sudden they just took a profit loss. That's how they're viewing it, and they're dumbasses.
That's fucking.
How fucking
so greedy stupid. Can you be?
They're not taking into account the amount of money that they can make by bringing in transactions that they wouldn't have had before, because they're getting advertised by these content people, FaZe, whatever. Mm-hmm. They're not taking into account the money that can come in from people that they advertise to. That's such a stupid business decision.
Whenever you get somebody to spend money on an item in game once, the probability that they'll do it again is way higher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, is it so much higher? Like they're fucking up. That's ridiculous. I cannot believe that. Actually, that is so. Oh my god. Wow. Free money. Anyways, speaking of free money, Reboot's always pulling a lot of profit for companies, and so do sequels and stuff. So, Noc, tell us about an incoming next. Dude,
you were doing so well,
close. I was
man.
so close. I was doing so good. I couldn't think of the word. I was like, next sequel, next iteration, next. The next one in the series
works. You could have just left it at that. Anyways, so CD Projekt Red announced that they were working on a new Witcher game. They're calling it The Witcher: A New Saga Begins. I think I didn't watch the video or anything, so I can't, and I've never played a Witcher game, so I can't speak to the content of this game. What I thought was really interesting was that they have diverted from creating their own engine for their games, and they're starting to use Unreal Engine 5. And I thought that was particularly interesting because they had such issues with the development of Cyberpunk in terms of being on, running on previous generation games, that I think that the reason why they're doing this is because of their massive fuck up with Cyberpunk. And they're just like, okay, fuck it. We're just going to start not making the engine, and we'll save all of that time and actually put all of the money and effort into content and programming the game on somebody's engine, on an engine that we don't have to deal with maintaining. And people are kind of having mixed opinions about this, because it means that now they're locked into the Unreal, the Epic Games space, I guess, and they're worried that Epic is going to try and manipulate them into doing some bullshit with like the Epic Games Store and all that crap, which I don't think is like necessarily. I wouldn't worry about that. Like with a AAA game, it's going to be on everywhere it can possibly be. But I just thought it was hilarious that they had this massive screw up with Cyberpunk, and they're like, fuck it, we're not making any more game engines.
Yeah, is this the first time they've not used their own engine? I guess
that I don't know.
Huh? Interesting. Who did they make Crysis as well?
No, that's that's a different company.
Okay, because I remember Crysis and Witcher were like the two really big games that were used to like test like computers.
I don't remember
like
Witcher. I mean, Crysis was, but I don't ever remember Witcher being like.
Witcher was pretty intense for its time.
Maybe Witcher 3, but
the Witcher 1 and the Witcher 2.
No, Witcher 1 wasn't. I don't think so.
Hang on. Witcher 1 release date. Let's see.
Like
2007.
Witcher 1 played like it played very similarly to like almost like WoW in a sense. Towards like it was.
Have you ever played WoW?
No, but like what I would like that type of like fantasy RPG to where it's like it's very like button based, where it's like, oh, I press, now I swing sword, now I use spell in that kind of way, where it's like very third person-y. Very different from like The Witcher 3.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes. All three of them play very differently from each other.
Okay. Huh. Weird. I thought those were both like good, like intense games for their times, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I could have sworn those were good like benchmark games. They're probably not now, but anyways. Moving on. Okay. Oh, dude. So remember like forever ago when Nintendo had that one Direct and there was this game called Chocobo GP, which was like literally Final Fantasy Mario Kart?
No.
Okay. Dude, it's so dumb. It's literally just Final Fantasy Mario Kart. That's all it is. Game released.
Oh no, I do remember that.
And this game. Okay. Yeah, we ragged on it then. The game is supposedly extremely mid-tier. It is nothing offensive, not bad, not good, just kind of middle of the lane. It's a racing game for friends. It's like party, like whatever. But what has pissed people off is that it is a nearly full price game. It is $50, and yet it feels like that it is a mobile game that you would buy on like your phone or something because of the sheer amount of the microtransactions.
What?
It's bad. Like I tried to watch gameplay, and it's like it's pretty rough. Like I think it's like skins after and characters? Every race, there's like an option. Yeah, like skins and characters.
Oh my god.
Skins, characters, like carts and stuff. I think it's like after every race you get like this little thing that like gives you an opportunity to buy. It's not like in your face. It's like off to the side. So it's not like too egregious, but like you know, and you also have to buy like Cloud or Squall or something like that, which are like the big name characters for Final Fantasy, like why you probably bought the game in the first place.
That sucks.
And I'm comparing it to playing Smash Brothers, except Mario is not included for free. Or just imagine Smash Bros, but your main is not free, which is basically what happened to me with Billith. But like at least when you buy the Battle Pass, you get a bunch of characters. This one, like I don't even know how much Cloud costs. It's probably like $5 per character, which fucking sucks. But it's like, why would you have like? I mean, I get why they did it, but like, why morally are you a shitty person?
Yeah, like, I feel like you don't do that with a game that you pay money for, and good fucking money. You don't lock what you know people want. What you know people want to play as, what they want to do. You don't lock that behind microtransactions.
You do if you're a doo-doo fart person and you're bad.
Which is apparently what Square Enix is doing.
Squeenix is so weird, dude. Like sometimes they have like really, really good games. They have well done, like everything. Everything is great about the game. And then they put out this shit. It's like, what are they doing? They're just literally milking the cash cow. And it's so frustrating. Because I talked about this in a previous episode as well, but like very briefly. There was a new game that came out. I can't even remember what the fuck the name was. Excuse me. What the frick the name was. And it came out recently, and it was good. It was okay. People enjoyed it. It wasn't bad.
Guardians
it was
of
like
the
Final
Galaxy?
Fantasy Origin something. No. It was like Final Fantasy Origin something or another. I can't even remember what it was called. I was excited about it, and then I lost interest like 5 seconds later. But apparently it wasn't bad. It was a little bit cheesy, but like I kind of like that in a Final Fantasy game, not gonna lie. If you really like a cheesy Final Fantasy game, go play Final Fantasy X. It's fucking hilarious. Freaking hilarious. Excuse me. God, I'm bad at that, dude.
Just give up.
Don't give up. Never give up.
No, and you tell me to give up just makes me angry. Don't do that. But yeah, so Chocobo GP, decent game filled to the brim with microtransactions.
That's a disappointment.
And like annoying ones. It's a disappointment, but honestly, it's kind of what I expected, which is not good. So yeah, anyway, that's my little rant over. Cord, tell us about what the hell Fortnite was doing earlier this week.
Yeah, so Fortnite's new season came out like yesterday or the day before that. And a part of its gimmick...
We're recording on a Monday.
Yeah, this weekend. And so a part of its gimmick was that for the first time in ever, for a limited time, there's no building.
Wow.
Oh god. So now it's
massive.
Now it's just Warzone.
No.
it's more like PUBG,
right?
No, I mean I don't think it's neither. Fortnite's so weird. Fortnite's weird. It's definitely an interesting battle royale. I'm tempted to. I'll probably hop on at some point if I remember to and feel like it, just to play a round or two, just to see, how bad can it be?
I don't know. I've played that game once. It was with you like years ago.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't love it.
It's definitely an interesting game.
I feel like the building being out of it is it attracts me more now.
Absolutely, because like the building was definitely like a cool gimmick, but like 90% of the time, like you will just get outbuilded, and it's like I'm here to play a shooter, not Bob the Builder Simulator. Like, and that's really what it is.
Then you have to ask yourself.
Because like
you have to ask yourself, is that what the developers intended? Like, is that how you're supposed to play the game?
Fuck.
Like,
if it's not fun, if it's not fun the way it is, like I'm over here building walls before bullets can even hit me. Like, that's just
okay. But do people have fun doing that? Like, is that does it take away? Like, it might take away from the game for you personally, but is it really a bad thing?
Considering the fact that 90% of the people that I know only play it so that they can use their funny emotes and funny games and funny skins, yes. No one plays the game for the building per se. But
you hang out with Sweaty Siege and COD people.
Not really. So. I have a vast network of people.
I feel like I don't know.
Dude, I'm the sweatiest person I know. Sadly, I wish I could get carried every once in a while. It'd be nice.
That is true. Yeah, you are good at video games, which sucks for me.
Just get good, scrub. God,
I'm trying. See, the worst part is I'm trying my fucking hardest. It just never happens. I need to just get good, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I've peaked. Maybe I've peaked gaming wise. I just don't know it. We're just going to be stagnant for years. That would suck.
Yeah. Depression.
Okay, I'm glad somebody said something there. I took a drink expecting somebody to be like, "Oh yeah."
I mean,
you guys were just silent. I'm scared.
I mean, I haven't peaked yet.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Oh shit.
So you say.
I feel like I have peaked in FPSs, but I haven't peaked in Smash, which is where I really, really am focusing a lot of my efforts.
Yo,
I have so much room to grow.
I wonder how
and I can feel it, my progress.
I wonder how close a 1v1 between me and Noc would be if I was using controller. I'm really curious.
Oh my god.
In COD?
And Black Ops 2.
Oh,
I'm so curious.
Oh.
I'm so curious.
Noc is good at Black Ops 2.
I'm so
it's
curious.
Game I'm good at.
I would like to see that too. Do you want to do that tonight?
Maybe.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, okay. We playing some Black Ops.
Oh my gosh. Moving on.
I am moving on. Okay. Noc, I don't even know how to transition into this.
I have a funny story to tell.
Oh, funny story.
Yay, funny story.
So so you all know how hard it is to get your hands on a GPU these days, right?
Yeah.
So apparently 3 Russian guys in Russia stole $35,000 worth of GPUs and then they got arrested.
Yeah.
So three guys that worked at this warehouse. What was it called? I can't remember what it's called. It doesn't matter. It was some Russian like retailer website like Amazon, I guess. They worked at this warehouse and they decided to steal some graphics cards. They decided to conspire. One guy went into the warehouse, like kind of under the false pretense that they were going up to fetch like an online order for like delivery or something. And he went in there and he gets a bunch of GPUs and he drops them out the window, like a nearby window, to 2 guys that are waiting there to get these GPUs and like, fuck off with them.
Oh my God.
So they stole 20 3070s. And supposedly worth around 38K, and that number is changing rapidly by the day because you guys know with the sanctions in Russia right now, GPUs are even more hard to get right now because they're not sending new shit to Russia. Russia's getting no new shipments of GPUs. So apparently these 3070s that are worth like $600, $800 in the US, and now worth almost $2,000 worth of Russian rubles. And what's hilarious is that even though they were caught on camera, and there's a video, you can watch this happen somewhere on YouTube, you can watch this whole heist happen.
We can watch these clowns?
There is a video of it. Even though they weren't caught based off of the video evidence, what happened was they went to a pawn shop and they tried to sell these graphics cards at a pawn shop. I don't know if they tried to sell them all at once or whatever, but what they did do, I don't understand how you can be so stupid and do this, but they tried to sell these graphics cards for much, much less than they were worth. And of course, if you go into a pawn shop and be like,
that's so
oh, yeah, these are currently selling for like $1,900. I'm going to sell them to you for $600. Of course, they're going to know that these are stolen.
Right,
so when they went to this pawn shop, dude knew that these were stolen. They called the cops and they got arrested. Case closed.
Good. Yay. Happy ending.
Don't know exactly what's happening with how many they actually sold and how many of them they were still trying to sell. Supposedly, Russian authorities, they took the rest of the remaining GPUs that they didn't sell. No idea what's happening with them. I don't know if it's going back to the retailer or not, but still, just hilarious that it actually worked and they didn't get caught, and hilarious that they screwed up so massively in such a basic way that they did get caught.
My God. Yeah, that is impressive how bad they were at that. Wow. You think they would have thought about that, right? Like how there was 3 of them. There was 3 brains working on this project, and none of them thought.
Obviously, none of those
it would be
3 brains.
Suspicious if they lowballed it.
None of those 3 brains added up to a single functioning brain. I mean, the actual plan itself is, it's kind of funny and kind of basic. So, I guess that kind of makes sense.
It's a very they really could have broken the GPUs as well.
That too
is the other thing. Like dropping it out of a window. Like the second you said that, my little tech heart was like,
it's almost cartoony how kind of the kind of plan that they came up with.
It is, yeah. It's like the guy that we had a couple weeks ago who cut a circle in the wall.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Real inconspicuous, buddy. Cut a massive fucking circle in the wall. They'll never know what happened.
Hey man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know,
Oh my God.
Cut holes in walls, drop CPUs down 3-story windows. You know, if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
dude. Just in the worst way possible. Yeah. All right then. Last bit of stuff for me is a game called Anno Mutationem. I'm botching that name. But it's a really, really cool looking kind of 2D, kind of 3D indie game that got released on the 17th. It's kind of like a side-scrolling fighter, but there's elements of an RPG where you can kind of walk around the town, and it's you can move left and right and forward and backward. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. You'll have to watch the video. So far, the reviews say that the story is a bit lacking in meh, but other than that, the game is good. If nothing else, the visuals are so unique and really, really pretty. So honestly, I don't know. It was just a cool little indie game that I was I saw it came out and I was like, whoa, I want to talk about this. This looks interesting.
All right.
So yeah.
I'm trying to look it up for a second.
Let's see here. Go for it. Look at it. It's a very pretty looking game.
It looks kind of
it's kind of
that's what I was gonna say.
Kind of pixely.
It's got that
kind of
that neon, almost vaporwavy kind of cyberpunk aesthetic to it. That looks really fucking cool.
It looks so cool, right? So I was like, I want to talk about this. But speaking of quirky games, Elden Ring, Cord. Elden Ring is quirky. Why don't you tell us one of the quirks?
Yes. So a Redditor posted on Reddit earlier in the week or last week with a wall that took 50 times for him to hit to get opened.
A wall,
Oof.
like a secret.
Just a wall.
Yeah, secret wall that opened up after being hit 50 times, which took a very long time and sent a heart attack through every single Elden Ring player in existence as soon as they saw the video. However, it's come to be that most people think it's some sort of like glitch or bug, as the room that he got into wasn't really like a secret room. It was just like a weird shortcut to another room that's accessible in different ways.
Oh, okay.
And then also, there's never been a 50 hit wall in any other Souls game, so we're all good. If you hit the wall once or twice and it didn't open, we're all good. You don't need to hit it for another 48 times to make sure. Crisis averted.
I mean, there's no reason not to hit other walls 50 times. So if you want to, you can. And you can, report back to us when you've hit all the walls in like 30 years, whenever you finish.
Bro, we all just need to get assigned a wall, hit it 50 times as a community of gamers. Go, yo, I'm going into well 3, wall 15, room 5.
Crowdsourced, distributed, secret finding missions.
Everyone picks a random number, and a random number's a wall of a cave.
That would be so
Yeah, like how many other ones are there in this game that like maybe there's like a 100 hit wall?
There's a lot of walls.
Bro, we set up a community test day to just hit all of the walls 100 times just in case.
Oh my god, dude.
Fuck that, bro. Fuck that.
Now that kind of makes me wonder if there's actually any of these kind of 50, 100 hit walls in like any previous Souls games that haven't been found yet. And this was just a fluke.
Oh, dude.
Darks, they get
maybe.
Those games get modded so much. No,
Yeah, somebody probably would have found it.
Yeah, somebody would probably have found
people
it.
would have found walls like that. Like, there's no way.
It'll be cool to see in like 3 years whenever Elden Ring's like kind of
Getting dated.
It gets past its prime, it's getting dated, and people start searching through the files for like a secret room.
I mean, it's I wouldn't be surprised.
There actually is a room.
Oh, I remember I saw an article on like an Easter egg that someone just found in The Witcher 3 that required 7 years of playtime to get.
What?
Bro, no.
It was just found.
Oh,
That's insane.
God damn.
What I'm curious
it
is,
wasn't in like the source code or anything. Like no modders found it or anything.
it was just found earlier this week.
Jesus Christ.
What all I gotta know is how the fuck someone got 7 years worth of playtime in The Witcher to figure that out. Like, who the fuck over here grinding The Witcher 3 for day in and day out?
Oh.
I want to look up when that game released. Witcher 3 release date.
Was it 2015?
2015.
So literally could only have been found now.
So they've been playing since launch.
Bro, you know, some people use their computers for business, other use it for crypto mining. My man over here has just been running The Witcher 3 24/7.
Well, it might not necessarily be. It might not necessarily be like continuously running the game or like playing the game for 7 years worth of consecutive hours. It's just like, say you started your save game 7 years ago. Now you have the option to see whatever Easter egg this is. I mean, it's still crazy that it requires 7 years of actual gameplay.
Or it could literally be like the Stanley Parable, where there's the achievement where you have to like leave the game open for a year,
right, yeah.
and then it's like go touch grass. You get an achievement that's like touch grass.
Either that, or it's just now available for everybody.
Okay,
maybe so. Cord has done a lot of touching grass.
All right.
Recently on twitter.com.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay, so
@Cord_gamer.
Okay, so like there's so I have no idea about the Witcher story. I just looked it up, but you have to like spend 7 years in the game, but you can speed that up by meditating for 2,500 days that way.
That's a lot of days, man. That's a lot of days.
That's insane.
So yes, you do have to have 7 days in game.
Years.
Wait, 7 days?
7 years. 7 years. 7 years. 7 years.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
All right. Well, that's where we're gonna have to wrap up. This has been a good episode. This has been a little healthy episode, I would say. That's how I would describe this one. It was pretty fun. Cord, I've already kind of shouted out your socials, but why don't you do it formally for yourself? Go ahead.
Yeah, we got cord_gamer on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, and of course, not OnlyFans.
Of course. Yes. Noc, where can we find you?
I got my website, nocv.net. I'm on twitch.tv/nocv. And of course, Spotify at noc.v.
He said the
He
dot.
did say the dot.
He said that dot.
How about you, Museo?
Okay. Sorry. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/museo_MUZI0H_. Or you can find me on Twitter at It's Museo with the same
Smelling.
Same smelling.
Go touch grass, bro.
Oh, bad. Oh, it smells bad. Oh,
You just touch.
no, don't do any smelling on my profile. I smell bad. Don't do it.
He pees on dogs. He
Anyways.
smells ugly.
I do pee on dogs. That is true.
God.
Dude, this podcast has never ever heard that joke before.
Can you explain it next
They're
time?
gonna be so confused, and I'm not telling you anything about that joke. And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.